Squeaky Clean Sprint is full to the brim with details, littered all over this bathroom, and I had to go through very slow in time trials just to find everything that they hid in this bathroom track alone, because there is a lot, some that you guys probably have already seen, and of course some that you probably missed. So today I'm going over every single detail within this bathroom, giving us about a total of 50 facts about this bathroom that are either Mario themed or cool details that I thought that I should point out for you guys. But if you find or see any that I missed, make sure you comment down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of you watching this video right now are still not yet subscribed, so stop what you're doing real quick, leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario Kart and Nintendo in general. But let's get into the video. First off, when we start the track, we have some things to our left. You can see some band-aids with different enemies on them. You'll see bullet bills, cheap cheeps, chain chomps, bloopers, goombas, and even a couple more on some of these, which is really cool. I need to find me some of these. You also have two giant blue toad thermoses sitting there that actually hold the goalpost together, and you can see there's a sad toad, there's a happy toad, there's a scared toad, there's different emotion toads. To the right, there's a box that says smooth tissues, and you'll also see a Peach hair conditioner bottle, and it's the actual Peach mural from Super Mario 64 on her castle. You can see a Yoshi egg soap dispenser on the side of the sink, and also some Mario Star bath curtains in the background covering up the bathtub. And you can see dangling from those curtains a curtain chain that are made out of bloopers, and if you look closely and angle your camera as you're coming out of the sink, you can see that these are baby bloopers following the mother blooper at the top. This is actually based on the blooper nanny enemy from the Mario games. You can see a red Bitty Bud clock up on the towels, and it states that it's 10:10, probably in the morning, but we don't know why the clock never changes, and maybe 10:10 is a reference to something. Who knows? You can then find some fresh mint toothpaste, which is a green tube with a piranha plant on it, and you can actually use it as a path, so I guess you can actually drift around the side of the sink if you wanted to. I don't see how this could be that much faster, but maybe it is, I don't know. Back to the right, you can also find a little kit to hold your contacts in that's holding up the ticket up there. We'll talk about that later. But then you can see a airport calendar up on the wall with the plane on it, and it seems like whoever was here is getting ready for a big trip, as we'll go over some more travel related things later. You can see some Mario Cloud fabric softener, a bottle of that just sitting there, and also a can of Daisy orange soda. You can also see some colored candies there, and yes kids, those are cassette tapes. Before jumping into the bathtub, the ramp is actually a composition notebook that has tons of drawings of Mario items on the cover. There's a lot of stuff to take in the bathtub area. You'll see 8-bit clouds all over the wall tiles. You can also see coins falling down from the actual shower head if you just do a little squint. Also, you'll notice a Mario duck, which is just a rubber ducky wearing a Mario hat, and also a Goomba floating on a blow-up. Now, we've seen these enemies a lot in recent Mario games, but this isn't the actual enemy. This is a blow-up, more like a bath toy. If you look closely, you can actually see the plug on the back of it. You can actually run into the bath bombs to pop them up in the air back and forth, which is pretty cool. They don't really move anywhere because they have to stay there for the actual track mechanic, but it's cool that you can even bump into them. You can see a Mecha Cheep swimming around the water from New Super Mario Bros. U, and it's kind of turned more into a wind-up toy to fit this atmosphere, which is a really cool idea. You can find a ring in the drain, and it looks a lot like the Toasterina ring as well from Super Mario Odyssey. It even looks like it has an upside down pyramid in order to hold the diamond at the top, and if you played Mario Odyssey, you'll know this is the place where Bowser had to go for the actual wedding ring, so maybe they make jewelry there, and this is another ring from that location. You can even see the little designs if you get closer that looks just like the pyramids in that kingdom. If you want to get really detailed, you can go to the side and see the triangular cuts on the side right by the base of the ring that match up perfectly with that of Super Mario Odyssey's. But also, there are paper clips down here. You can even see one beside the ring right here. And you can find another Mecha Cheep right before you blast out of the pipe back into the bathroom. He's just down there chilling. Right after you come out of this section, to the right, you can see a couple of bottles of golden mushroom orange dish soap, and you can see some Mario items on the bars of soap as you go throughout this path, such as the flower, a star, a cloud later on, and some mushrooms. Something else you can see is a strong, clean blooper washing detergent, and you can even see the back of it if you squint through a couple of the sections here, where you can see some Mario overalls showing that, yeah, it works pretty well. Right before the big bend in the road, you can see a travel suitcase with tons of travel-related things all over it, and also different types of advertisements throughout the game that we've already seen. And we can see some things like the dolphin from Super Mario World and the Super Mario Sunshine sticker, obviously referencing the best Mario game of all time, baby. And once again, we can see some more soap bars. Like I said, they have a power star and a cloud on them. And we can see a bottle of Kamek's Magic Clean Spray, whatever that is. But also, you are going to go into a flying section where we can look at the back and see a couple more things against the back wall. We can see a pipe tube light that lights up the room by the mirror, and you can see some cloud balloons right by the goalpost, along with some green Mario Hill themed containers up on the back wall. You can also see a question mark pot that's holding a cactus on that wall as well. Next up, let's start off with the top shelf section. You can see a Daisy themed hair dryer. You can even see a thermometer sitting there, so hopefully no one's sick here. You can see a thermostat in the background as well, and a box of bandages with a Dr. Mario red and blue pill on the top of the box, which is a nice reference. You can also see a brown bag that states Dino Outdoor and Camping Goods, obviously referencing Dino Jungle from Mario Kart Double Dash, which is a track that very well could return in the last wave, and a track that a lot of people are kind of expecting to return. It's also in tour, but remember, advertisements don't mean that that track is going to be in, and it might actually mean the opposite, as we haven't seen Vanilla Lake yet, which was advertised in Coconut Mall. Now, we do have one SNES track left, and a lot of people think it is going to be Bowser's Castle 3 since it was made to be in Mario Kart 8 pretty much, like it felt like it was made that way. But with that said, it's either one of the two things. It's either we're still getting both of these tracks in the last wave, or none of these are coming. And then we have a couple more things as we get towards the end of the track here. You can look out the window in the background and actually see some skyscraper buildings, which means we're in some type of city. Maybe one of the city tracks that already exist. That'd be funny. You can also see a receipt on the right side on one of the shortcuts after you take that top path. These receipts are pretty much all over the track. You can see them everywhere, but you can also see the windows are open in the background as well, where you can see the skyline of the city. The bouncy mushroom shortcut that you can bounce off of, you can actually see that the mushroom is a potted plant in this area. If you scoot up to the ledge of the table and look over, you can see tons of more contact lens cases. You can also see a bottle that says Toad Barber, which is weird because what does that mean? Does that mean that Toad's head is actually hair? That's a hair on his head? I don't know. That's definitely going to make me question a lot of things now. And of course, it has that established in 1985 tag because that's when Mario Brothers came out, and that's when Nintendo really started making games with the NES. You can look back at that exit where you jump out of the drain, and it's actually a pipe that you jump out of. It's like a pipe bucket, and you can see some plungers and a trash can right by the toilet, which just adds to the scenery. You can also see some flip-flops and sunglasses by the travel suitcase, which shows that whoever is here is about to go on that vacation. If we go back to the lower section of the table, you can find a green plug that's plugged into the wall that kind of resembles a pipe. Maybe they did that on purpose. You can also see a multi-sectional ruler or measuring tape, and you can see a basket of yarn sitting there. Yoshi's Woolly World, anybody? And finally, you can see a jar of Q-tips and makeup brushes towards the end, right before you go through the finish line. And that is all of the secrets and details that were hidden within Squeaky Clean Sprint. This track is phenomenal. I could not believe how many little secrets and details Nintendo filled with this track, and it just makes me want a new Mario Kart even more to see tons of tracks like this one. But let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything and any small details that I may have left out. Let me know down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.